Hello friends, and welcome back to Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. I of course am Nate, and I'm going to be doing day 9 of my whiskey advent calendar for December. Today is going to be another Irish whiskey. Yesterday was an Irish whiskey, and today is today. It is again today. Yeah, sorry, that was weird. This is going to be West Cork Distillers. This is their black cask blended Irish whiskey. Comes in exactly 40%. They're a relatively newer distillery. It looks like 2003 is when they were established. And what's really cool is that their website actually gives a bit of the mash bill. Well, actually, all of it. It is a blend of grain, so could be wheat, could be corn, could be other things. So there's 66% wheat, grain and 34% malt, which is malted barley. And then it is aged in first fill bourbon cask. So what they mean by first fill is it is a used barrel, but the first usage after the initial usage. So in Ireland and in Scotland, they don't have the new oak requirement that American does. So they can use used barrels. That's why a lot of American bourbon barrels go over to Scotland and Ireland to get reused. And they don't have a limit to how many times you may use them. So in Scotland and Ireland, you can use the same barrel 2, 3, 4 times, even after you've used it for your own juice. If you use it 4 times, first, it's X bourbon, and then you use it 4 more times, well, it's been your, terms 1 through 3, or 2 through 4, I guess, would be your own stuff. So that's kind of unique when it comes to Irish. And this, again, comes in exactly at 40%. This is their black cask. And you can purchase this. I'm looking this up online. Now, these are in euros. So it's about a $36 bottle for Irish whiskey. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. For good Irish whiskey, anyway. You'll know, if you watched yesterday, I was not a huge fan of that. That was Teeling. I'm not a huge fan of Teeling. But it was nice to be able to try that and give you kind of my notes on it. A little bit darker than the Teeling was. So I have my laptop down here. You might be able to see it. And in the light, it kind of gives that, that rainbowy, metallic-y kind of shimmery color that you get on, say, like a Mirage or something. That's kind of cool. It's not realistic, but just kind of okay. Can definitely tell it's definitely Irish. But again, it's got malt in it just like the Teeling did, so it's a little bit similar. So I am getting the malt. It is a little bit sweet. Vanilla. Now, their notes on their website say slight smokiness, which is interesting. So I'm wondering if the small percentage of that malt is peated, or if maybe that's just, I don't know. I can kind of get it. Maybe a little bit. I like this more than the Teeling, and this comes off a little bit more classic Irish for me, which is good. Kind of a little bit buttery, a little bit creamy, sweet, maybe a little bit of apple or some type of a fleshy fruit, which I guess all fruit has flesh, but kind of like the appley, how apple, the white part of the apple is. Interesting. Now, this is my first time trying. No, I apologize. My second time trying West Cork. I bought a bottle for my brother last year for Christmas. I bought him a Scotch, a bourbon, and an Irish, just to kind of give him my classic 3. If I were going to get, kind of internationally, I'd get a bourbon, a rye, or a bourbon, a Scotch, and an Irish. So I got him the West Cork 8 year, which I think is an entry level. I had a sip of it. Don't remember. That was a year ago. It does have a lingering sweetness, which is nice. Nice legs, too. Pretty color. Yeah, that's good, and that is better than the Teeling in my opinion. So that's going to do it for day number 9 of the Advent calendar. Appreciate you sticking along, and we'll see you tomorrow.